see things I need. All right, so right now, we just got off the train. Is this the Arab quarter?
This is Shah Shrem. This is the Shah, the gate of Shrem, which in Israel, there's a town called Shrem, which is where Yosef is buried, yeah?
Yes, that's right, it says it.
Yes. Wait, yeah, we can go.
His remains were brought from Egypt.
So we got a picture together. So,
Is this the Jewish area outside there?
Up there, yeah. There's a famous rabbi called Rav Shalom Arush who just lives over there.
So is this East Jerusalem? Where this is the border of East Jerusalem?
Yeah, this is the border. This is East Jerusalem right here.
All right. Who's this famous rabbi?
His name is Shalom Arush. He wrote a book called Garden of Emunah, the Garden of Belief, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about. Because in the end, you know, like whatever anyone's trying to do with Yerushalayim, we'll walk this way. Bottom line, it's a city of belief. City of where people have belief, you know, either different religions, but bottom line, it's a spiritual place, and everyone recognizes that historically. I was just talking to someone today. Historically, in the education, there have been a big miss, a gap of the spiritual history, and it doesn't have to be that only religious classes cover this. This should be something historically, the spiritual history of the world. Especially the Jewish history, which is, you know, dates all the way back before all the main empires. So people say it's a Bible story, it's something for religious classes, but we're walking in Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim, Jerusalem, is a city where all the religions come together and all the history comes together. And it's important that people see that in a historical perspective and not just a spiritual perspective, that it's just something for religion, like they separate religion and state and all this kind of stuff. No, this is
science, this is history.
It's alive here. This is a real story that's going on, and it doesn't have, nothing ever has to be separated from each other. Everything has a pattern and a plan and a journey, and there's a flow in Yerushalayim. One of the reasons why I chose to live here, I felt such a strong flow in Jerusalem, because everything has a divine perspective, and I didn't always think that way on an open level when I grew up in a more secular London lifestyle. When I came to Israel, my heart, my soul started to feel that, especially in Yerushalayim. And that's why one of the reasons I chose to live here. And when I saw the streets, that's why I started the Midnightrabbi, because the streets they need some attention. Right now, it's like I was saying before, there's a little bit of not such a support network going on, so I can continue the Midnightrabbi on a nightly basis. But thanks to Oded, he brought me back here midday. We just went past midday an hour ago or so we'll be the midday rabbi.
Hopefully you got enough sleep if you're a midnight rabbi.
Well, you did phone me up last night at midnight, so...
I woke you up?
Yeah, it was midnight.
I'm sorry.
Midnight rabbi was awake.
Good, well, good, it worked.
So here we are.
You lived up to your name.
This is a beautiful, you know, old wall that dates back to the Islamic empires. We had sultans.
Who built it? The Muslims?
Yeah, the Turkish Empire. And before that. And these empires, if you've only watched any of the Crusader films, you can get the feeling of, you know, through the films, or you learn the history of how there was a fight over this land, there was a fight over the city. People went through continents with armies and food stock and with masses and masses of costs and time and effort to come and invade this place, take it over. The Christians, the Muslims, constantly fighting back.
Because it's holy, right?
We want to go back before that.
Slicha.
Yeah, we want to go back before that, where the Jews were living here peacefully, or even before that, when the beginning of creation, we're going to make our way slowly to the place where everything started in the whole world historically, not just spiritually, historically. But God created the world from the holiest point in the world. We're going to see when we get into the old city, to the center. It's called the famous place, Eben Shasir, the stone, the foundation stone of creation. And this stone, Hashem took, when I spoke last time, if you look on YouTube, Midnightrabbi tours, it was that time of the year, Parsha-wise, because everything has a flow, like we were saying before.
Where is the stone you're talking about? It's the stone where these balls are made of?
No. These walls are more recent, last 500
What's this
years.
entrance right here?
This is I think Romanian. This is from the army when they conquered.
Which army? 1948. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was 1967.
Ir Dovid. Oh, Shachore Ir Dovid.
What does this mean? Ma'arach Shelochem Haganah. In this system of the warriors of the Haganah, Ha'etzel, the Halechi, I don't know what that means.
Well, that means like this. See this? The roof of the bridge.
Okay, the roof and the Etzel of this Shechur, Ir David, in 1948. 7th, okay, we know that. This gate, Nifratz, I guess it was taken over, Nifratz,
Yeah.
from the soldiers of the Irgun, Tzva'i, Leumi, that formed the head of the bridge inside the old city.
Yes, we're going to walk around to the Jaffa Gate.
So this is Armenian? Okay, we're going to walk around the Jaffa Gate.
I personally have a lot of warm memories here. Like I said before on the train, I got married in a hall down the road in Jaffa. I also got engaged along this wall.
Wow.
My first spiritual experiences in Eretz Yisrael were hanging around the old city and chilling out on the grass over here on the left. I'm going to get there in a minute. And I have such many fond memories. Even that hall over there, all the way down there, I made a concert for, you just saw before we went to that program.
Matisyahu.
Yeah, no, not for Matteo, but all the youth that were, you know, wandering around. They put together a battle of the bands.
Oh yeah, when you practiced in that room. That's
Yeah,
right.
that room was one of the schools that called Kesha, and everything comes together. See, and I can't believe all the kids I just saw. You know, they've all grown so much. They're all settled, married.
That's good. What is this, by the way? This building?
This is still part of the area where we just went past.
Oh, the area. Now we see a real view of it.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's, if you want to go back down to Jaffa, that's down there. So you see Jaffa leads all the way to the Jaffa Gate. Yeah.
Oh, so by Jaffa, you don't mean Yafo in Tel Aviv. This is
The
another
Jaffa
Jaffa.
Road, but it goes all the way to Jaffa Tel Aviv.
It does?
That's one of the ideas on halakha, in the laws of Shabbat. One of the reasons why people are nervous to make a Erev, to carry in Jerusalem on Shabbat, they make like it's like as if one place, so then it's no longer just, you know, rabbim, it's no longer just wherever, like a desert. It's a place where people live, and it sections it off into one domain, and you can carry in it. But if it goes, this road, Jaffa, goes all the way to Tel Aviv, where there's hundreds of thousands of people going back and forth, and all that goes on in Tel Aviv, so there is an opinion that this doesn't make the Erev, the ability to make this into one domain, because really it's linked all the way down to the domain in Jaffa. But that's already a complex Shabbat law discussion, which we're not here for. So let's focus on this.
Is there an Erev here?
There is an Erev in Jerusalem, which I do keep. I hold that that's not an issue.
Is it visible? I see the string on top of that pole.
That's not the Erev. The Erev here is already made by the walls. Like there's already some strong presence of Erev, and if there's any questionable places further out where there's no walls, then they would use, like you're saying, the strings or different other types of walls, to make it into one domain. But anyway, we won't talk more about the Shabbat thing. We'll say that for another time.
All right.
This is the Migdal David. David.
Take a picture. I'll pause the camera. I'll stop the recording.